And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like,
okay.
There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No, don't.
Stop fighting.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you?
I was putting my hands behind my back.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
Fucking stupid shit, bro. I was doing it, bro. What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
You
Yes.
have a lawful reason, bro.
Big knife center in here too.
You gonna throw me wrong like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off
now,
you,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
Too late.
It ain't no too late.
When they asked you to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that shit.
Sir, your partner didn't even ask.
Marijuana in his right pocket.
Yes, it is.
So why close the door if you see him pull up?
Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing.
It's called resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong, sir. Can you back me up to the car so I can clean up? Shut up.
Andre, I heard you laughing, and what's your take on this? I know you probably like pro-police, right?
Well, one, I'm going to say that the cop definitely deserves disciplinary action for that. I don't think there should be any charges brought on that. I think the cop was wrong in trying to, well, not trying, he actually hit him. I'm not going to, I've seen a lot of these black conservatives like, yeah, he got what, oh, yeah, that shit. I'm laughing at the idiot part was funny. That was funny. This reminded me of the military, honestly. But I think that's the most disgusting part. But other than that, yeah, comply. The guy's 22 years old, 2 years younger than me. I've been pulled over, for stupid shit. I've been pulled over by asshole cops in the South, in the North. Comply. If you know that you didn't do anything wrong, and that you've got a good case, and he's going to get paid for this. And he's got Ben Crump, who's a disgusting human being who covered the Trayvon Martin case, a terrible case that he, really tried to push George Zimmerman as the criminal when he wasn't. So fuck Ben Crump for even representing his case. But he's going to get some money from it. He should get money for it. I think he should get paid. But comply. Because what that could have went to is that he would have been on a T-shirt because he wanted to sit back and, he had show me the law. Stop acting entitled. Stop acting entitled, black people. You already know. If you already have this feeling about the law and the police are going to do this and all this other shit, stop acting entitled. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get paid. They fuck with you, you're going to get paid. I'm going to sit there and let them do whatever. I'm going to get fucking paid at the end of the day. And guess what? If they shoot me, guess what? My wife gets paid. My mother gets paid. Good. Now we can have something. I'll make that sacrifice. But you should shut the fuck up and focus on that small little ticket and moved on. I got a ticket the other day. I could have crashed out about it. I got a ticket for being in those standings. I could have crashed out. Why you give me a ticket? Blah, blah, blah. Hell no. I didn't because it's not that big of a deal. Because the ticket is only a piece of paper. It's only a $45 ticket, $100 ticket, whatever. Move on. But now you turn this $100 ticket into a, $2,000 bond, and now a rap sheet. We don't learn to listen. We always got something to say, and we always got to get up in arms about shit. For what? I tell you this, it happens to everybody in the country. We like to act like we're special, like this shit only happens to us. It happens to us more because we commit more crime per capita. That's very true. Statistics back all that. So what we should be doing is educating these men to have some self-control and stop acting like you know the law, because you don't. That's why everyone gets lawyers. You thought you knew the law so much you would have lawyered up, complied, say, I want to get my lawyer and fight that from there. But no, you acting like, you're fucking James Madison himself. I'm going to tell the cops, look this up for me and get my supervisor. That ain't how this works. Pulled you up for a ticket. Complain about it in court. Fight it in court. So simple as that. That's how everyone else operates. That's how every other country operates, every other people operate. But for some reason, we can't get it right here. That's how we look at black people in Britain or in France or wherever you go. They comply. They have their problems too, but they don't act like us. We act like we're so fucking special that we got to get the law today. You got to tell me we don't owe you shit. Sit your goofy ass down, take the ticket, and fight the court because you can get even more money with the court and your lawyer. Little do you know, nigga.
So Enzo, does it happen to everybody?
Yeah, that does happen to everybody. I think it was absolutely excessive for what the cops did, and goddamn, like how strong is bro's elbow? Like to break the window like that? That was crazy. I've had that happen to me before, not breaking the window and pulling me out of the fucking car, but then pulling me out of the car for whatever reason back when I was younger. And I was a loudmouth too, I'm not gonna lie then, so I probably deserved it, mouthing off to a cop, but it does happen. It's not just a black issue, Hispanic issue, white issue. This shit does happen. So
I'm gonna play the next angle. I'm gonna get y'all to respond on this. I'm gonna play this.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement?
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
27, 35. I'm properly driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle. 25 for 9-4. The driver just slammed the door and locked it. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. I'm about to break the window. I'm about to break the window.
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Here.
33 at 16:21 hours.
What is your reason? Step out. What is your reason? Step out now.
Get on the ground.
No, don't fucking.
Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Slim, seeing a different angle, do you feel like the story changes?
I'm glad you showed that angle because I seen that. I seen both of them. I seen the Ben Crump version where Ben Crump's statement was he never had no warning. And then I seen that version when I counted at least 7 times they warned his ass. So at the end of the day, again, you can't be closing the door, not complying. Come to find out, your license is suspended. Okay, this is why you're acting like this. You got weed in your right pocket. There's so much more to it. I seen it all. But at the end of the day, we can't be acting like we entitled. I've been black all my life. I was a truck driver, 16 years. I got pulled over plenty of times. I used to have dreads. All I did was comply. And I came home to my family every time I did that. And this is what I don't understand. They always want to show part of the damn clip. They literally started when they break in the window. That's a publicity stunt. That's the Ben Crump movement. That's how he get down. That's the GoFundMe and all that. That's what that's about. Everybody know when you record and you see the recording, you see all this going on. You see the button getting pressed. That video starts with him chilling in the car, window getting bust. That he edited everything out. When you watch the video, the cop tells you, I'm recording too. That's when it should have started, when he kept warning him. Why you closed the door? You're being detained. You're being arrested. All of that's not in the video that the public saw the first time. So then Jacksonville released the body cam footage, which I love. So cool, yeah, comply. He shouldn't get paid shit.
Doc, you saw both videos. Do you feel like it changed anything?
I've been arrested for capital crimes. I shot somebody in their face and been arrested in the same manner. So I'll put this on the internet, and I don't care. You know me, you know me in real life, so you know I done went to court for all of this before. But I heard we commit more crime per capita. Black communities are over policed than any other community in this country. So Black people are at a disproportionate advantage when it comes to their interaction with police. That's one. I heard weed in his pocket. Weed is legal in Florida. That's two. I heard he was uncompliant.
If you got your car.
They didn't know he didn't have a car when he had weed in his pocket. Gray ride around with weed in his pocket all the time. They don't know if he got a card or not when they dragged him out the car.
Excuses.
I let her. Did I talk there? Did anybody else talk? I heard he was uncompliant. This is something that everybody, me, you, Heaven, and Andre can all attest to. Even police, they all have rules of engagement. These police have a use of force law. When they break the window and they punch him in his face, when they drag him out of the car and they punch him in his face, he's not a combative person. He is not fighting them. He is not hitting them. His hands are like this. If you tell him you could punch a man in the face with his hands like this because you a police, I see a bunch of pussies. And if you send them to jail and if you strip them of that badge, people will slap them and treat them like the little hoes they is when they wasn't wearing it. And that's what they are. They are just a gang. They are just a gang of dudes who are not following the rules. They are supposed to follow the law. So if you want them to be upholding the law, you want to persecute him for not following the law. They break the same law in the same interaction, and what we don't think they should have no consequences.
No,
that's got to be against their rules of engagement. So if anybody's going to tell me something, tell me how police should be able to break rules of engagement and get away with it. Even if you don't follow a lawful order, Berwana, they cannot punch you in your face. They have
Didn't we say that them punching him in the face was the wrong
hold
thing?
on.
Of course.
Hold on, real quick. I got one
several times.
Well, we got to figure out.
Not several times, once.
Right, but what we got to
watch
figure out
the first
is
angle again. They punch him in the face when he get out the car. Look at
they didn't punch him in the face. We watched the video.
Why did it get there?
I saw him punch him in the face.
Why did it get there?
No. I am agreeing. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that.
What is he getting arrested for? Because from my understanding, he was getting pulled over and getting a ticket for not having his lights on when it was raining. So when did it switch from him getting a ticket?
We started resisting arrest. Are we in the same universe?
You can't resist. He resisted a ticket. He didn't resist arrest.
Heaven. Hold on. Let me say one thing. I will concede. I want to get at this. This is the law is police are
clarify that
for their
me.
safety. They're allowed to actually get out the car at any moment. Police can actually get out the car and stop
Miranda rights and said you are now under arrest.
He is completely in the wrong. He is completely in the wrong for not getting out the car. When they ask you to get out the car, they can ask you at any moment. You are supposed to get out the car. That is their right. They can say for police safety. He should have got out of the car.
And it would have never escalated.
But what I'm saying is, even though he doesn't get out the car, you don't get to punch him in the face. You don't get to break the rules too. You are supposed to follow the law.
Brother, they didn't punch him in the face when he got out the car. That's a fact. Okay.
They punched him in the face in the car.
No, they did not. No, they did not. The chief of police came out. The chief of police came out. We're gonna go based on this is the problem with black people. We never want to go on facts.
I'm going based on emotion. Facts.
No, you're not. You're going off emotion. No, because you start off with the emotion. You start off going from the beginning. I'm not talking about you, Heaven. I'm talking about Doc. I'm getting to you in a second.
You're talking about per capita, and you.
Yeah, per capita, we commit more crime, and that's why we're heavily police.
Who commit the most crime?
Black people per capita commits the most crime.
So who commit the most crime?
There's more white people in the country, so therefore there's going to be more crime committed by them because there's more.
Right,
that makes sense.
Come on.
If there's more people in the room, of course, it's going to be more account for them. It's not tap dance. That's just fucking that's facts and statistics. What are you talking about?
The facts you want to put out there. Say
per capita, black people commit more crime. That's why I said it. I didn't say black people commit the most crime because that would not be factually correct. Per capita, we commit more crime. That's a fact. Do white people commit more crime? There's more white people. Are there more white people on food stamps? Yes, but per capita, there are more black people on food stamps than there are white people. That's just a fact.
I want to play his response so y'all can see what he said about it, because multiple of y'all brought up Ben Crump, so I want y'all to see what was actually said.
A man who was punched by during a traffic stop in Jacksonville. CBS Miami morning anchor Betty Nguyen is here, and Betty, that man was joined by his family and civil rights attorney Ben Crump.
Yes, that's right. Just over an hour ago, in fact, we got our first look at 22-year-old William McNeil Jr. after his violent arrest that you see here. It went viral, and he stood next to his parents while his attorney stated that some of his injuries are permanent. Now, his chipped tooth was still visible as he very briefly explained what happened.
That day, I just really wanted to know, why I was getting pulled over and why I needed to step out the car when I knew I didn't do nothing wrong. I was really scared.
We have audio, visual evidence, proof of what happened. Nobody has to narrate it for us. To the sheriff, respectfully, you can't justify this.
So this comes as we see a new angle of that traffic stop. Now, the sheriff released body cam video of the arrest. I want you to.
So, Heaven, what do you think about what he said with Ben Crump? Do you feel like it's a money grab? Do you feel like this is a legitimate case? Do you feel like he's going to win?
So before I saw the little clips, I saw the original video when it first was like put out on TikTok. And it doesn't start the recording with him like just chilling. It's him talking to the other officer. There's another officer on the other side that he's talking to. So he has his window down, and he's telling the other officer like, hey, I'm trying to figure out, like, it's not raining. What am I getting pulled over for? While another officer is yelling at him to get out of the car, you're under arrest, from the other angle. So seeing both angles is the full story. So you can see, if you're in his position, that he's not listening to the guy outside the car yelling and screaming. He's having a dialogue with another officer, and that's why he was caught off guard too, because he's like, wait a minute, like, I was just talking to him and then saying, hey, can I have your supervisor because it's not raining? It's not like a like constitutional stop. Like, you can't stop me for no reason if it's not raining and I don't have my headlights on. But now he's saying get out of the car. He could have just wrote him a ticket and called it a day, because he did tell him in the beginning his window doesn't roll down. He said that as well before he shut the door. So he opened the door and was halfway out because his window didn't roll down.
I don't know what universe you're living in, but let's come back to reality. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what are you
I'm talking about what I just watched. I just watched both angles, and I took in all of it, and I didn't make any assumptions or hold any bias against any specific individual based on their skin color or where they came from. That's what I did. So if you can remove that black hate from your mouth.
What black hate? Oh, the black hate. What black hate? I don't have any hate in my heart at all. I'm talking about reality. I'm talking about what we're looking at. Let's come back to Earth. Like, let's come back to the sane fucking land that we live on, not Woodstock where she's at. We're looking at the tape, right? You're looking at the tape. You're looking at what happened. Cop comes up. He's telling him, hey, here's why I'm pulling you over. He's got his door all the way open. You have to think of the cop's perspective. That's always a red flag. Guy opens the door immediately. They think that you're going to get out and do something. Hold on. They think you're going to get out and do something.
Go down.
You're going to think, but that's something you should say when the cop gets to the window, because you can still talk to the window, just like the guy. You're like, he's yelling through the window. He can't. You can still talk to the window. Now the other cop asked him, like, hey, what's going on? I want to understand. And the cop said in the video, well, he has a right to do that. It's legal for him to pull you over and stop you. If you get pulled over by the cops have some reason. They have some suspicion that you've done something wrong. It's not up to you to decide whether you were right or wrong. That's your lawyer's job. Let your lawyer do that, whether pro bono work or someone you have on retainer. That's what it is. We like to sit back and act like I know the law and all this. No, you don't. This is why lawyers have lawyers. This is why anybody in the professionals has someone to back them up. Because guess what? You may not count everything, especially in those moments where it's heated and it's a heavy engagement. You're not going to be thinking straight, just like the young man wasn't. And his crying shit he's doing, he was a grown fucking man crying at 22, acting like a kid, fake ass tears. And that's Ben Crump's
brain
plan.
doesn't fully
he did the same
develop till
thing.
25.
He did the
so
same. He did the
technically
same
he's still a
thing.
child,
He did
but-
the same. Cut that shit. You're a grown man. You're a child at 17. You're a grown ass man at
You're-
22.
I
You're a
don't
grown
know
ass
why.
man. He's smoking weed and riding cars and fucking hoes. You grown ass man. You making decisions. I don't want to hear that shit. That's the problem. You stop treating these little boys like the children. They're still baby fucking and
You
smoking
don't
weed.
think him
He ain't no
punching him in
kid.
the face when he was outside
Anyway,
the car
let me
was
get
the
in.
problem?
Let me get into this.
Maybe
right?
So you
if he
Let
had
me
a
get
better
into this real fast.
mentor,
I'll get back to it.
better
We look at Ben
mentorship,
Crump.
and instead of
We
just
look at
tearing
Ben
him down,
Crump's
why don't
track
you
record.
build him up?
Hold on. Build him up. I'm not going to
Instead
build
of
up people. Hold
punishing
on.
the black
Hold on.
community, why
Hold on.
don't you build
I am building it.
community outreach
I do.
programs?
I've done it.
To
I've passed out food in
mentor.
my community. I've
But
passed out
that's
food
not
in
your
my community.
solution.
I've helped
Your
out people.
solution
No, you
is
just don't like the
punish 'em.
solutions I have, Heaven, because
No,
you're a
I-
single
I
mother that
think
doesn't know what
It's
you're talking about.
inhumane. I think
It's
it
inhumane.
makes
Following
no
the law is
sense.
inhumane. Having a
I
standard
think he
is
should. I
inhumane.
think he should have been pulled out of the car at that point. I think he
You were
deserved to be
talking
pulled
about
out of the car.
punishment, extra
So
punishment.
we have a standard. We have
and
a standard.
killing
We have
black
a standard.
people
Nobody
who
got
you
killed.
deem are
Nobody got killed.
unacceptable.
Nobody got
So you
killed.
think
Yeah, a
eugenics
murderer
is
and a
okay,
child.
huh?
Yeah, yes, I'm big
You
on
just a
eugenics. A murderer.
eugenicist, that's what you do.
Yes, a murderer, a drug dealer sells poison to his
Kill
own
the
hard
unwanted,
drugs.
right?
Yeah, if you're selling drugs and messing with
Disgusting.
children, yeah, you should go. There's no reform for that shit.
This
I'm not
was
reforming
definitely
you.
a heated night for sure. Andre, definitely thank you for coming. What's your final thoughts and what did you think of the man cave?
It's wonderful to be here. I've enjoyed the stay and having the conversation. My final thoughts, we're looking at a beginning of another race case. Got Ben Crump leading it. He did terrible with the Trayvon Martin case. They lied about that. They pushed this entire lie. This is what got the BLM movement started. Black people need to stop falling for it. We need to stop falling for these lies, this bullshit that's pushed by other black people that we think, oh, because they look like us, we can listen. No, these people are not in our interests. They're enriching themselves and keeping you poor and keeping you down and getting you killed. He's very lucky he didn't get hurt from this interaction. So, grown ass man crying, your father should taught you better. And if you didn't have a father, your uncles and your grandfather should taught you better. The other men around you should taught you better. And going to Heaven's point, yes, if you're going to be an undesirable in your community, you're going to sell poison, you're going to harm children, you're going to be irredeemable. Why should we give you more time on this earth if you've already showed that you don't care about others? You should have thought about that. We've got to be tough with it. Tough on education, tough on crime, tough on the family. Those are the three things that are important for black people. And that's all I've got to say.
For sure, you want to shout out your TikTok and your pages?
Yeah, follow me at Real Andre Williams on TikTok, on Instagram, Andre Williams US, and here on YouTube, Andre Williams US as well. Yeah.
For sure. Enzo, what's your final thoughts?
So like I always say, it was a great episode. Very different episode, I'll say that. A little spicy. Andre, thank you for coming on. Shout out to everybody on the panel, and Slim and Doc wearing New York hats. Let's go Yankees.
For sure. Doc, what's your final thoughts?
Thank you, Andre, for coming on the show. Great show. And everybody who watching, I just want to let y'all know, even though we get on here and we have different opinions, and I have different opinions than Andre, Slim sometimes, Enzo, I got a healthy respect for them. And I think having a dialogue and a different opinion, we don't need to breed hate, because at some point, all of us need to come together in all of these communities, black people, white people, all Americans. So I don't want you to think because we got a difference of opinion that breeds hate. Sometimes we just speak out of passion, but that's not going to be a hate thing for me. I don't get off of here and take that with me anywhere outside of here. It's just a difference of opinion. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody have a blessed one. Be safe. God bless.
For sure. And I forgot to say this. If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to know when we go live. Slim, what's your final thoughts?
Oh man, good show. Andre, thank you for your presence, brother. I really wish there was more and more people like you. So I say keep doing your thing. those that's following you. You waking a lot of people up. I appreciate the mindset and keep knocking them down. You stand on business, man. I respect that. And again, man, I was just like a student of the game, man. The articulation was crazy. So 100 man cave.
For sure, for sure. Heaven, what's your final thoughts?
Andre, thanks for the conversation, the dialogue. Final thoughts every time. We do need to all come together. It is more about community and lifting everybody up, regardless of anything else. Great conversation. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for viewing, everybody. Have a good night.
For sure. I can't even do it on mine. But Andre, thank you for coming. For sure. It was great having you. People in the chat definitely want you to come back. So we'll definitely reach out to you. Nora most likely reach out to you. We do this Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Come back and check in with us. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Trump being on the Epstein list. And just keep rocking with us. It got a little steamy tonight, but we just gonna keep bringing you guys good guests and great content. Man cave.